Hello everyone. So today I thought I'll probably quickly share with you how I manage my environment variables, especially those environment variables where I want things to be hidden. Basically, let us say some token. Now, I recently made a video where I mentioned that I use Git to manage my dot files. So I do commit my dot files to my not GitHub, but my Bitbucket repository, although it is a private repository. But of course, I don't really want to commit my environment variables. I don't really mind environment variables, but I'm talking about tokens, especially in cases where those tokens are important. Now, there are a lot of ways to manage these tokens, and I prefer to keep things in my control, so I don't really use any additional tool. I just do it myself. Now, if you're familiar with bash rc, so bash rc could be used. It is just a file where you can keep track of your, basically you can mention your token, and you can do something like this. Not really token, but environment variables. And let us say you have this Java home, which is of course defined in my case, but my Java home is nothing but a variable which I'm exporting. And every time, now this is of course my bash rc, which is of course started every time I start every time I log in, and I start my desktop manager, which is DWM. Now, there is also this file called xinitrc. Now, xinitrc is also a useful file that will do things when you start your window manager. For example, if I show you my xinitrc, I set my keyboard layout. I also run this xsetroot.sh file, which is basically a file to basically display time and bring some updates to my task bar, which is of course something that you can do very easily using a shell script. And I've mentioned this before, and I run it in a loop, so it is always running. This script is always running, and then I do few things, and I also set my external monitor if I want, and I also set my my desktop, like wallpaper, not really desktop, but I do use this file to basically set some environment variables, like just one in this case, but also I have this another file. So basically I run another shell script where I keep basically these lines, simple lines like these, where I have my environment variables, where I keep my tokens, and I simply call this file. So whenever I start my computer or when I log in, these variables are set for me. So this is how I manage it. And I think, and of course, I don't really commit my .env file to my Git, but of course, my Bitbucket is still private. My dot files are private, and even if I make them public, even if I use GitLab, it won't really cause any problems because I'm not really committing anything private or my personal token. But the thing is that this could be one option in case you want to manage your secrets, your tokens, and there might be a better way, or in fact, this might not be the best way to do it, but it actually works for me, and it is simple, and I know what variables I'm setting, and I know where to modify them. And the only problem is that, of course, I can't really, there is no easy way to manage this file. There might be a solution to do it, like encrypt it and then commit it somewhere, but I simply manage it manually. This file is like my public SSH token file, or basically, this is my host specific file. That is it, and I have the same file on all of my computers. So this is what I thought I'll probably share with you in case you are trying to do something similar. This approach works for me, and there might be a better way. In case you are doing something which is better than this, do let me know. It has to be simple. I don't really want to use complicated software or tools to do these things, because I just have few tokens that I need to worry about. And that is it. That is all I wanted to talk about in this video. I hope you enjoyed watching this video and you learned something new. Thank you very much. Bye bye.